I swear to God, the comment section is ignorance and childish, literally, because I'm pretty sure everyone, I wasn't going to make a video today. I wasn't actually going to make a video for a few days. Why is everything meth to people who are commenting on shit that they think people are high on something in, right? You see I'm smoking weed, right? Why is everything meth? Why? When you don't know the history of how the bikers control that shit when it gets here, you don't know. I can tell by the way you say I look high on meth. You've never seen someone high on meth. Put it like this. I actually might go on my little brother Instagram and put something in here. I'm debating on it. You'll see when the final video goes up if I did or not. Okay, I'm gonna do a demonstration. That's probably the closest I could do it. You see what I'm saying? I've never been under the influence of it, so I'm not even sure if that's exactly how it would be, but that's how it looked. When I would look at my little brother Reed, that's how it would look. And I remember Reed told me about dope one time. He's like, this shit like a full-time job. And that's true, because once he was mainlining, he was banging. So once you start banging that shit, it does get like that, unfortunately. That was why I never banged that shit. That's why I never did that shit except when it was around. And like, I was just like, oh, do like a little corner of a line. Just because it's here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing, I never had no type of addictions to that. Period. I don't even think you consider when I was on Angel Dust an addiction. Because it was like, I basically stopped cold turkey out of nowhere. You feel what I'm saying? Just because I stopped being able to get to Waterbury. That's all it was. I stopped being able to get from the sticks to Waterbury so free. So, I've personally always been very, I'd always say very, I've done every drug under the sun. I've probably done meth. It was probably sold to me as Molly, but I've probably done it. And I didn't smoke it, I probably drank it. Because that happens a lot up here, because you can't sell meth up here. If you start selling meth in Connecticut, you're going to get a visit from the bikers. And they're going to take all your shit. They're probably going to pistol whip you at the least, if not jump you after doing that. And then, if you do it again, you won't be seen again. And they'll make that clear. And I had Bunky in prison who, he went to, I think it was Delaware or some shit, got 2 pounds of meth somehow. I believe he might have even stumbled into it, like, basically stole it without stealing it. Stole it without robbing it, put it like that. And he tried selling that shit in New Haven. And I guess the Charter Oaks, or it was either the Charter Oaks or the Hells Angels, one of them, maybe the, we don't got Mongols over here. What's the other one? The Diablos. One of them showed up so quick. And literally he's like, I heard a knock on the door and I thought it was the police or something because this was so quick. I didn't even think, he's like, I almost knew it was something bad the moment I heard that knock. He's like, sure enough, it's the biker guy. And the moment I turn around, boom, he pistol whips the shit out me. And I'm so stunned, he just grabs it. He's like, if I have to come back here, there's going to be one between your eyes. And he wasn't talking about pistol whipping him. So, I put this in the comments, you know. This time I wasn't so mad. I put it like this. I left the comment he made up there because I feel it's our duty as older generation to educate these kids who's in high school. Who, for whatever reason, that's what I'm getting. Either because you can't be from an area where meth's going on because you obviously never seen what someone looks like under the influence of meth. And what I was saying about, in relation to him saying bad about dope, you gotta understand, my little brother didn't die in LA just because he was in LA. A big part of it is he had to go to places like the Carolinas, LA, Colorado. He had to go to either the Midwest, the South, or the Far West to get the shit because he could not sell it. You can't, like, put it like this. The only time I've known someone to be selling meth as meth, right? It was on like you know how there's someone who's not a dealer, because they're your boy, if you ask them, they won't sell to you all the time, but like once in a while they'll sell you like some weed, you know what I'm saying, if you really need it, right? But they don't sell weed. It was kind of like that. Like this dude was from North Carolina. He was part of a construction crew that was doing like some, I guess they were doing the floors in Walmart and shit. Dude was a weirdo. We wound up having some type of issue. I ain't even gonna get into it. But his boy Christian was cool as fuck. If Christian said, man, that's my boy, man. He's the whole reason that shit smoothed over. But the other two motherfuckers, put it like this. You could tell they was on meth. Their skin wouldn't look this clean. Their skin starts degenerating. They're like degenerate. I mean, their skin is falling off, bro. Like there's like, it's like scabs on their face. Like not acne. I'm talking about scabs. Like, do I even have anything like on other parts of my body from like skating or something that look similar? Like, no, like, okay, so kind of like that, but it's a lesion. It is a cut on their face from the meth eating at their body. It's not the same. It's not the, like, put it like this. I get why, if like in my case, I have a lot of energy because I have ADHD. I get prescribed stimulants like Vyvanse for my ADHD. Okay? When you're on meth is one of the only drugs that, and like I said, this is to educate y'all because y'all the generation that thinks reading 3 sentences is too much to read. So I have to do this. Because we can't just have everything. Y'all would probably see someone leaning on Xanax and be like, he's on meth. There's a lot of states, especially where the bikers are heavy at, and the cartel tells them, like, don't let that go up there. Like, keep that. It's like an agreement type shit they have. There's several things, like Gangland has talked about this. I believe Al Prophets touched on it a few times. But there's a lot of things that have, like, the bikers is sort of like the regulation for the cartel. Like, they sort of determine what can be here and what can't be there. You see what I'm saying? That's why they were so quick to pull up at my bunkie shit and be like, you cannot do that, and pistol whip the shit out of him after acting like they was going to buy the shit the moment he turned the fuck around. They deboed him for the shit, and they said, no. If we have to come back here because you went down and did some dumb shit, got some more, then it's a problem. And they asked him where he got it, too. And he straight up told me, he's like, I went down, I think it was Delaware, North Carolina. He went down somewhere, either right at the top of the South, maybe Virginia, Delaware, somewhere, or all the way like down North Carolina. It was somewhere on the southern border, or the southern East Coast. So that's what I'm saying. Like, now keep in mind, amphetamines is not methamphetamine. Methamphetamine is crystal meth. Okay? Amphetamines is I like the way Dog put it, right? Like, put it like this. Ritalin, when you was in school and you couldn't focus, so you might to the doctor because the teacher said, I think he has ADHD. The doctor said, yeah, he has ADHD. They put you on Ritalin. That's amphetamines. You see what I'm saying? Crystal methamphetamine is a Schedule 1 narcotic. You can get, I believe, methamphetamines prescribed you in a pill. It does not happen, though. It is a very rare prescription, and it is not used for ADHD. I forget what it's used for. I think it might be narcolepsy, just like how GHB is used to treat narcolepsy. A lot of those drugs that are there's no medical use for them, except like weird shit like put it like this. GHB has no other medical use, but it is a Schedule 2 because I believe there's some dude, my brother told me, who gets prescribed like 7 grams of it because he has severe narcolepsy. And I remember my doctor telling me, you can actually, there is a prescription methamphetamine, which is not crystal methamphetamine, keep in mind. It is a pill. And it's only for like something to do, I believe it's for people who have, I think it's narcolepsy because it keeps you that awake. You feel what I'm saying? Dog's analogy was, okay, so crystal meth, that's ice, that's crank, okay? How was it? It's like, there's the difference between speed and crank, right? Speed is Adderall, Vyvanse, Ritalin. That's speed, okay? Crank or ice, that's crystal meth type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and he says, it's like a difference between Budweiser and Jim Beam. For those of you who don't know, Jim Beam is bourbon with a proof of like, I believe it has like a 40 proof or something on it. Or, no, it's 20 proof, but because proof is half the alcohol. I think it's like 40 alcohol content or something. 40% alcohol. So it's hard alcohol, right? And Budweiser is like 5% alcohol content by volume. So that's the difference between what I'm on and what crystal meth is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. Like I said, this is my brother when he was on it. Like we used to call the shit kung fu fighting because he'd just be standing. Like, and he knows it's no disrespect. I love you, Reed, man. You know, I'm just trying to educate these kids, man. I wanted to actually. Nah, I did delete that, but I should have kept it up there because, let me tell you, the same dude who commented on one video where I had to basically give him a dare class in the comments, and combined with like a science, because I was straight up saying like, okay, I'm on Vyvanse, not Adderall, because the way amphetamines work is they boost your dopamine and they boost your serotonin. The way methamphetamines work is by boosting your serotonin, dopamine, and your adrenaline. Methamphetamines is one of the only things that boosts your adrenaline as a substance, right? Adrenaline is what happens when you see someone trying to shoot at you and you kick into survival mode. Adrenaline is what happens when you in a fight and you lose it and all of a sudden you flip a motherfucker who's 2 times your size off of you and then you knock him the fuck out and smash his head with a cinder block because you felt threatened. You felt if you got off the motherfucker, it wasn't going to end. And you had to finish it right there. That's what that is, right? Cocaine doesn't even operate off. And that's you motherfucker act like cocaine don't even exist. Put it like this. Someone on amphetamines is going to look more like they're on cocaine than if they were on crystal meth. To be honest, I'd say if there was another drug that looked like crystal meth kind of, just because the way that your body be moving on it, it's PCP. It's angel dust, physically. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've probably done meth when it was sold as Molly, so I drank it. You see, that's a very common thing, especially where, like I said, the bikers are like, that can't come here. They said no. You feel what I'm saying? Pistol whip. You feel me? Like, so that's why I'm trying to, I felt I had to do this. Now, y'all are not going to see me for a few days because I have a very important fucking music project that I'm working on. But please, can we just stop with I'm tired of coming on my shit. I'm tired of, because listen, it don't affect me. Except for the fact that it just reminds me of how my little brother died. And he was going to the other side of the country because they don't sell it up here in my state or the states around it. Do you understand? You're not saying nothing against me. All you're doing is disrespecting my dead little brother to me, essentially. And eventually that's the type of shit where I don't want to do the King AK-47, but because it's someone personal to me, if I could, and that was the only way to get it to stop, because I've tried now educating y'all guys on what the difference is between them. Because here's the thing too, I broke this down and shit too. I'm on Vyvanse, not Adderall, because the way Vyvanse does the serotonin part. Have you ever seen someone on Adderall and they just, when they crash, they get pissed? Like, it's the worst pissed you've ever seen somebody. That's because it just drops everything at once. So where Vyvanse is like, it's sort of building the dopamine, but it's not shooting it up. That's what the Adderall does. The Adderall shoots it up, keeps it there, then shoots the serotonin up, then drops everything at once. So that's why you get people who are on that shit looking really ragey when they're coming down off it. Vyvanse is also, because it works on a 24-hour cycle, that's another difference. It sort of rolls up the dopamine. It's gradual, the incline. And then the decline for the serotonin is like almost like you winding a clock and unwinding it. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just shooting shit up and then dropping it. You see what I'm saying? It's very, that's why I've told a lot of people who I've known who was on Adderall, like, who had that problem, like, you should talk to your doctor about being put on some Vyvanse, because that was the whole thing that changed the way this shit worked for me. You feel me? It made it so that, because that was the biggest problem. Like, I need this shit to focus. I'm scatterbrained. I have ADHD, and now I have brain damage from, like, years of dumb decisions, right? So it's very hard. It's almost impossible for me to focus without the shit. You feel me? So I felt I really had to make this video. Y'all are not going to see me up here for a minute, okay? Hopefully this teaches y'all something when I come back, okay? Okay, Daniel, son? I'm out here.